Hello friends, welcome to another exhilarating video of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro, and as you have guessed it from the thumbnail, today we have the second part of 10 most important phrasal verbs for daily English conversation, which we discussed last week, and today we are going to discuss 10 more phrasal verbs. So if you haven't subscribed to Wisdom Zone, please do subscribe to Wisdom Zone and watch this video till the end, because today also I'm going to discuss 10 more important phrasal verbs which you can use in your daily conversation, and that is going to help you to strengthen your communication and give a new dimension to your communication. So without further ado, let's get started. So before we move forward, let me quickly again brief you about phrasal verb, which I already discussed last class, and as you see, a video is also there. I have given that in the description box. If you have missed the first part, please watch the first part, and the link is given in the description box. So what is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb, as I already mentioned, is a combination of a verb and an adverb or preposition or both, right? For examples, we can say phrasal verb shut down, right? So we are using shut and down. Then we can use another one, that is look into. Okay, the next example is go down. So these are all examples of phrasal verbs where we use a combination, okay, of a verb and an adverb or preposition, or it can be both. Okay, so it is my request, please follow this video step by step, because today again I'm going to discuss 10 more important phrasal verbs for daily English conversation, which is going to be imperative for your day-to-day conversation, and you are going to get immensely benefited, and you'll be able to speak confidently and fluently using these phrasal verbs. So without further ado, let's get started with the sentences. As you see, today we have 10 more important phrasal verbs. As you see on your screen, 10 most important phrasal verb part 2 for daily English conversation. The first one which we have is queue up. As you see on your screen, the first phrasal verb for today is queue up. It's a very handy one. Queue up means to wait for something, okay, especially in a queue. So that's called to queue up. Okay, so as I am typing, as you see, to wait for something, especially in a queue, that is called to queue up. Okay, so as you see the examples given on the screen, fans queued up for 2 hours just to get an autograph of Michael Jackson. Okay, so they were waiting in the queue just to get an autograph. Okay, so up next we are going to see the second phrasal verb for today, that is on your screen, call off. Okay, as you see, the second important phrasal verb for daily conversation is call off, which is a very useful one for day-to-day conversation. Call off means to cancel a planned event. Okay, is to call off. Alright, so as I'm typing here, as you see, call off is to cancel a planned event. Okay, it can be any meeting. You can use that in case of corporate meetings. You can say that my meeting was called off, or it can be any scheduled or planned event which got cancelled. You can use call off, and you can also change the tense, as you know. Okay, you can use it in past. So as you see the examples given, the first T20 cricket match between England and Australia was called off because of rain. Okay, so up next we are going to move on and see the third important phrasal verb for today, that is get over. As you see on your screen, the third important phrasal verb for today is get over. So get over is also quite a handy phrasal verb, because it can be used for your day-to-day conversation. To get over means to recover from an unpleasant situation or illness. Okay, so as I'm typing, the meaning, as you see, to recover from an unpleasant situation or illness. So as you see, the example is given on the screen. As you see, the example is given on the screen. Patrick is trying to get over the trauma of his brother's demise. Okay, that's the way you can use get over. Obviously you can change the tense, you can use it in past also. You can also use got over. Patrick got over the trauma. If you want to say that in the past, you can change the tense. As you all know, we can also change the tense, use it in past. So up next we are going to see the fourth phrasal verb for today, which is another very useful one. As you see on your screen is believe in. Okay, so let me tell you, this phrasal verb can be used in two ways, because I can use this phrasal verb in two ways. If you especially know the way to use, I'll show you step by step how you can use that in two ways. The first use is to have faith that in something that exists, right? So that is to believe in, okay, especially God or anything, to have faith in something's existence, right? So I'm typing the first meaning, to have faith something exists. Okay, so as you see, the example is also given over here. He doesn't believe in ghosts. Okay, that means he does not believe in, that means he doesn't have faith in this. Okay, so it's a negative sentence. Also you can use positive, that I can say that I believe in God, okay, but I don't believe in devil. So like this way you can use the negative form also. Okay, so the second way we can use that also is quite interesting. So as you see, the second way to use is to be certain about something that is right and effective. Okay, so the second meaning is of believe in is to be certain about something that is right and effective. Okay, I'm typing it. As you see, to be certain something is right and effective. Okay, and as you see, the example is given, one should believe in hard work. Okay, so that means you believe in this particular concept. That means you are certain, okay, that hard work pays off, right? So that's the way you can use believe in the second way. That means to be certain of something is right and effective. Okay, so in two ways you can use. I have already discussed how we can use it in the first way, right? So up next we are going to move on and see the next phrasal verb for today, that is number 5, is wipe out. And let me tell you, this one is also used in two ways. You can use wipe out in two ways. Let me show you. The first use is to destroy something completely. Okay, that's the meaning. Wipe out is to destroy something completely. As you see the example, the first meaning, that's the way you can use that the devastating flood wiped out the entire city. Okay, so that's the way to destroy something completely. A second use is also there, but that is slightly informal, in informal context to use the second meaning. Okay, so the second meaning of wipe out is to be exhausted or tired, right? So that's another way you can use wipe out. So as you see the second sentence over here, and yes, I hope you see the second sentence, today's hectic work schedule has completely wiped me out. Okay, so that means yes, I'm quite exhausted, right? So that's the way you can use wipe out in two ways. I have already explained the meanings. I hope you see on your screen, right? So up next we are going to go ahead and discuss number 6. As you see, the sixth phrasal verb for today is to go for. Again, it's a very handy one and it can be used in day-to-day conversation. So go for, as you can see on your screen, the sixth one is go for. Okay, go for is to opt for something or choose something. Okay, it's a very easy phrasal verb, but it can be really effective if you can use it in the right way in your day-to-day English conversation. So go for is to choose or to opt for something. So as you see the example given over here, at last she decided to go for the yellow top, right? So that means at last she decided to choose the yellow top, right? So go for is to opt or to choose. So up next we are going to see the next phrasal verb for today. As you see on your screen, number 7 is find out. Okay, as you see on your screen, find out. And find out is also a very useful phrasal verb. It means to discover something or to get a piece of information. Okay, that is to find out. Okay, so it can be used in your day-to-day conversation. So as you see, I have given this example. Find out. He didn't find out that I was lying, right? So that's the way you can use. It's a very handy one in your day-to-day English conversation. So up next we are going to see number 8, which is turn down. Again, let me tell you, it can be used in two ways. I'm going to explain both the meanings step by step. The first meaning of turn down is to refuse an offer. Okay, let me type it as you see on your screen. To refuse an offer, as you see, the example is also given. I turned down the job offer because the pay package was too low. Okay, so that's the way you can use turn down. Okay, and obviously you can change the tense as per your sentence. You can use past tense also, which I have used in this sentence, that I turned down the offer. Okay, so the second meaning is quite known, I guess. It's not that uncommon. Turn down is to lower, especially volume of a music system, or lower the sound, okay, of a device, especially mobile or music system. So as you see the example, as you see, I've already typed the meaning, to lower or reduce. So example is also given. You were playing music loudly, could you turn it down? That means could you lower the volume? Okay, so up next I'm going to show you number 9. As you see in this, you can see 2. You must be wondering, but I have kept in this 9th category these 2 because they are useful. It's a kind of a pair, you must say. Check in and check out. Check in is to arrive. In and say that you have arrived, or to arrive in an airport, that is also to check in. Alright, so check in is to arrive, or a hotel. Check in is to arrive, is to check in, or to arrive at an airport, right? And just the opposite is check out. That means when you're leaving the hotel or departing, that is to check out, hotel or an airport, right? So as you see, the 2 examples are given. The new boarder checked in yesterday, and the opposite is check out, as to leave the hotel or airport. Sam thanked the service manager while checking out of the hotel, right? So as you see, you can use check in and check out. They are antonyms. So you can say that I checked in yesterday, I'm going to check out tomorrow. So like this way you can say when you're going to arrive in a hotel or airport, you can use these 2 phrasal verbs, check in and check out. And the last one for today is sign up, as you see on your screen, which is also a handy one in your day-to-day conversation. So sign up means to agree. So sign up means to agree to get involved in an activity or a project. Okay, so I'm typing it over here as you see. To agree to get involved in some activity or project. Understood? Or to opt for some service. Understood? You sign up for something, that means you agree to get involved in some activity or project. Understood? Or take some service. Okay, so as you see the last example, she has compelled. Yes, as you see the last example, she has compelled me to sign up for Zumba classes in the evening. Okay, so I'm quite sure you have understood all these 10 phrasal verbs. Let me have a quick recap. Let me just scroll up, and I'm going to scroll down after that so that you can note them down with the meanings. As you see, I'm scrolling down now. And let me tell you, after this I'm going to go to the next slide, where I'm going to show you a very useful exercise so that you can practice the use of this phrasal verb and can remember and use in your day-to-day conversation. Please take a screenshot or download this video and practice this exercise. And Also, do not forget to comment after completing the exercise, and definitely I'm going to reply. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you haven't subscribed to Wisdom Zone yet, don't forget and subscribe to Wisdom Zone now and hit the bell icon, and like, share and comment also, and stay tuned for further informative videos.